But Shanghai really represents kind of taking off the training wheels of Ethereum's proof of stake consensus protocol and allowing withdrawals to happen.
The other big thing that's coming up next week is the Shapella upgrade.
This is going to be perhaps the most important market event of the year, and it might well fundamentally alter Ethereum's price dynamics.
The Shanghai upgrade, also known as Shapella, is just around the corner. Here's what you need to know for this upcoming hard fork of Ethereum.
Since staking was enabled on Ethereum, which, surprise, was enabled back in December 2020, 2 years before the merge even happened, people were not able to withdraw their stake. So the validator lifecycle could only get to the point where you can exit the network, stop validating on Ethereum, but you couldn't actually move your staked ETH back into your wallet or move it to an exchange or really do anything with it. And this was sort of like the training wheels of Ethereum's proof of stake blockchain. And up until now, like, I would say those training wheels are still on.
The stuff that people are fighting about on Twitter regarding it is sort of the polemics of what we wrote about. The polemics being like, everyone's going to withdraw, ETH's going to have no security, it's over, they're going to withdraw and sell because they've been locked up for X number of months. That's one side of the argument. The other side is everyone is hodling forever. And if this doesn't remind you of like Bitcoin halvening events, it's sort of like Bitcoin halvening events had the same level of polemicism, right?
The reason for the two names, Shanghai and Shapella, stems from the fact that now the Ethereum protocol consists of two layers, the execution layer and the consensus layer. The execution layer will undergo the Shanghai upgrade, while the consensus layer is known as Shapella. Developers are cleverly referring to the whole thing as Shapella. Developers, right?
People say, I don't understand why this takes so long. Why didn't they just put that into previous upgrades? Developers are all about minimizing risk.
One of the biggest questions is what will happen to the price of ETH after Shapella?
I think there's not going to be a big impact on price. I think the piece that I mentioned about, the impact of Shanghai on ETH price goes into this a little deeper. But based on the amount of trading volume there is behind ETH on a daily, weekly basis, if you just assume that 30 to 50% of rewards will be immediately sold after Shanghai, like in the days following Shanghai, it doesn't have a huge impact on the market.
One theory is that a successful network upgrade will actually get more people to deposit because there are investors who are simply waiting on validation of technical success before depositing their Ether. If that's true, obviously it will reduce the amount of circulating Ether at a time when the Ether supply is already shrinking due to burns. And obviously this would buoy price.
I do think, though, that the staking activity, that the amount of people coming into staking will have a larger impact on Ethereum as a network. I think that if we see more institution staking, if we see more retail staking, I think that we could see what is currently 15% of total ETH supply stake, like double by the end of the year.
In addition to the price, what can we expect from Ethereum's roadmap in the coming months? Spoiler, the keyword is scalability.
Ethereum is trying to scale through layers. It's trying to move execution of smart contracts, user activity to layer 2 rollups that can then very cheaply be able to submit and batch user transactions.
The countdown has begun. Shapella is almost here. Do you have any doubts or questions about this next Ethereum upgrade? Leave us your thoughts in the comments.